Hussbus bus stop. JP Hussey here, owner of the Hussey Team Mortgage Advisors, with this week's Hussbus bus stop. In today's difficult housing market, which it is, I'm not going to beat around the bush, it's very tough, right? When you get your offer accepted, it's usually a big sigh of relief, right? Because it's been a lot of work just to get there. A lot of people don't think about that, or they do, and then they realize I got to do more, right? So that's what we're going to talk about today. You go through years, I hope not, months, right? Or if you're lucky enough, the first house, right? You get that house under contract, and that's huge because there's been so much work with your real estate agent, with you running around, chaos, your loan officer. You have a good real estate agent that has good connections, and there's a lot going on. There's so much that goes into that. I'm sure we have a video on that somewhere, which we can do, right? But once you get that offer accepted, yes, huge sigh of relief, right? But that's really when the work begins, right? Because your offer was just accepted. We still got to get you that money to actually give to the seller to buy that house, right? So that's the final goal, obviously, is to have the money so that house is officially yours. So let's talk about the process quickly in a simple format, right? Because we always say if you're prepared from the beginning, it'll be a little less chaotic for you. And don't get me wrong, there is going to be some chaos. You got to be prepared for that. But let's try to simplify it so you know what's going on. So first step, if you're working with, let's say us, right? We're going to send you a link, a big paragraph. You're going to fill in online your goals, your budget, all your qualification stuff, all of your documentation. So we can look at everything from the beginning, feel comfortable with it, give you a pre-approval game plan, usually a video from us, with your real estate agent included, so everyone's on the same page. Teamwork makes the dream work, right? That's the first stage, all right? Get your financials straight. Second stage, that's now when you start looking at houses. If you're lucky enough, the first house that you love, you get under contract. In this market, very tough, right? It could be the 7th house. It could be the 10th house. Whatever it may be, a lot of work goes into that with everyone involved. Ton of work, right? Like we just discussed. But now, we get your offer accepted. Boom. Yes, later. No, there's more work to be done. This is, again, where the process officially starts, right? Everything else is what's called pre-approvals. Now it officially starts because we have an actual property, right? Because there's collateral there, so the lender needs an actual property to do the full process. All right, so offer accepted. At that point, we're going to start getting your file together with that address, all right? We're going to send you guys a bunch of documents that you aren't held to. Preliminary documents, so you know what you're getting into. And here's the thing, we can't bait and switch you either. We start showing you fees that are a lot less, they come in higher, we got to pay those costs. Trust me, you're very well protected as a consumer, all right? So we have to send you all this. Once those are signed, we're allowed to submit you officially to underwriting. And then we may have to order an appraisal, right? Appraisal might be your only upfront fee on the lender side. All right, on the other side, maybe you have to pay an inspection. That's another video. Appraisal versus inspection we can do later, right? But that's going to be part of the process to make sure the collateral, the house is okay, right? So we're going through that. We're sending in all your documents. The underwriter gives us what's called a commitment or an initial loan approval, right? Conditional. They don't have all the information yet. So they're saying, hey, as long as you get us these things, no matter when that might be before closing, and we can clear those, and we can get through them, as long as you get them, your loan's going to be approved. So that initial loan approval's very big because it tells you you're good to go officially, not just a pre-approval. There's licensed underwriters looking at these, paid underwriters, right, that sign off on that. So the conditional loan approval comes in, and then we work. If you've been through the process, you know, you work with Ellie or loan processor, your loan officer, to get these remaining conditions that come in. And it's never perfect timing. Some things just come in later, right? Appraisal might come in later, depending on timing. Using a lot of third parties. We need title insurance, need clean title. That might come in later. So there's a lot of different things that occur from once you get your offer accepted to until you get that money to the seller, so then you can officially own the home. I hope that was simple. If not, reach out. and we'll guide you through. Later. Hussbus bus stop.